unicorn economy. And to me, that could be the third largest bubble economy then, right? We have to worry about that, because if you don't have sustainable businesses, this can all crash. So to me, the dream of self-reliant India has to start with the basic of ensuring, let's go back to the basics of making sure we're running businesses that are sustainable and self-reliant, and then that will definitely contribute to the dream of a self-reliant India.
You have run businesses in India, abroad, in US. In fact, you do have a global footprint. How did you manage that, keeping all your businesses profitable from day one?
Look, for me, it was never a choice. I always felt that you make choices and make your own choices in life. If you have 100 rupees to spend, then you accordingly spend only 100 rupees. What's the point of overthinking? President Bush had a word for this. He used to call it strategery. If you're going to be too caught up in this strategery, then you're going to fall flat, is how I thought through it. So my business model was rather simple. My financial vision was rather simple. When people would ask me, what's your financial vision? I used to say this, and I still say this more in zest than anything else. I used to say selling price should be a lot more than the cost price. That's my financial vision. And everybody would laugh at it. That's your vision? I say, yeah, that's my vision. The point of it, part of what I'm trying to drive home is, it is important if you believe in that vision, then you create systems, you create audit trail, you create compliance, you create checks and balances in the system to ensure that my organization can only grow to that level. Now you have to make logical decisions. You have to say, well, I'm not going to take growth for the sake of growth. I'm not going to pick up the next $100 million deal just because I can show growth and I can possibly get market value associated with it. You have to make those kind of tough decisions as an entrepreneur. To me, it was never a choice. I always felt that every day that when I come to office, I feel that each and every day needs to be profitable. Each and every month needs to be profitable. Each and every division needs to be profitable. That's the mantra that I have lived by all through my life.
So are you saying that while we proudly claim that we are the third largest unicorn ecosystem, we need to be a little conscious about the kind of unicorns or the kind of startups which are growing to that scale and level, and probably look at their business models before we sort of assign certain valuations to those unicorns? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Look, you have to learn from the experiences of the Western world. If you look back at the 99 bubble, that NASDAQ bubble as we call it, what happened in that NASDAQ bubble? There were a lot of these dot-coms, right? Suddenly had a multi-billion-dollar valuation. If you go back into that 99 era and now see how many of them are standing, many of them are not even there now. They're gone. They're bankrupt. Now, I'm not saying that's what is going to happen to India by any means. I'm hoping that our young entrepreneurs go back to their basics. We're not setting up a good example for the young kids who are coming out. When I am meeting these young entrepreneurs who reach out to me, and sometimes I hear the word millions and billions, and they haven't even started, they haven't even thought through their business model. And I'm saying, why are you so caught up in that? Why don't you just first focus on your business? Why don't you build it up? And the millions and billions will come to you if you have the hunger, if you have the passion. So I do believe that we need to go back to the basics in India. Now, some of these businesses will hopefully do well. Hopefully they will figure out what they need to do. I do believe that a unicorn that does not have a barrier to entry. Look, if I'm going to be looking at a unicorn, I would be thinking, okay, why is the value so high? Is there a barrier to entry? Is there a moat out there that results in that value? There has to be something, right? Meaning, otherwise, we could be in an industry ABC and give it a multi-billion valuation, and then somebody like a Mr. Jeff Bezos looks at it and says, look, this.
Okay, shifting focus back to the markets now, because the Nifty is now trending